Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. So let's take a look again on the Forex market. Today guys, I think that we could take a look at something else. Just because on the euro currency you could see that overall position of the market currently is not suitable for taking the position in any direction. So, well, maybe short position is possible to take, but currently I see some lack of the background, lack of the context for taking the position. And from that standpoint, it makes sense maybe to see what will happen. For taking the long position, definitely it's not a good point, as you can see the market stands at daily overbought. In general, just to finish the discussion of the recent setup that we discussed yesterday, you could see that market has completed the COP that we talked about and even has formed minor washing rings of this top. So it's my minor action was above this area and then market starts dropping. So theoretical market could, and suggesting that probably we could get this action to the OP. Here is even we could get probably the butterfly potential in the next week. Right, so you can see this 127.1618 stands around the OP and potential the butterfly here might be formed. But if this happens, it happens only on the next week, just because today market is overbought, stands at overbought, and hardly we will see direct straightforward upward action today. But this is only the half of the story. So in general, overall background for moving higher looks very fragile. It's just because if we'll take a look at the 10-year yields, you could see that they are not dropping. So despite the 25% change, 25 points change from the Fed, which seems to be dovish compared to some expectations still were existing that it might be 50 basis points, market has no intention to keep going lower. It's just because inflation stands very high. And as we warned yesterday, this at first glance dovish decision in fact is not dovish. It's just because the 25 basis points change is not yet the whole story. The whole story that Fed has provided looks hawkish and well, suggests more inflationary pressure in the coming years, maybe months. So, and that explains why the interest rate stays tight around the top, despite that market stands at overbought. So it means that they keep going higher, and that will be the pressure on euro currency. It definitely will become the headwind for the euro currency. It is too early to speak that the geopolitical tensions is over in Europe, and they will be just show the programs in a wave shape. So it will be some silence, and it will be some escalation. And currently, I think that it's just a minor relief that market gets on the background. Some rumors that military operation in Ukraine should be over soon. Some negotiation stands there. But personally, taking into consideration the background and the targets of the different sides of this situation, I really have big doubts that any negotiations could lead to some consensus. So anyway, currently on euro currency, I think that market could show to complete the ABCD pattern, even to form this pattern later. But I don't think that will be some reversal yet. At least the background currently looks not sufficient for euro to change the major trend. This is what about the euro. So speaking about trading, as I said, taking a long position seems to be not very good idea, so it's probably better to wait for some pullback and reaction market on the COP, reaction on the market on the daily overbought. So once we'll get to a pullback to some support areas. For taking the short position, well, theoretically scalp trading today is possible, but at this point, guys, as you can see, market completed the XOP. Well, we do not have clear bearish patterns. Theoretically, you could try just to go short with the stops above this area, but well, it's a bit tricky thing, and well, it's not fully backed by some good setup. So this choice is up to you. But personally, I think we're not very inspiring with the idea of taking short just based on this price action. So that's what about the euro. Speaking, what I would like to say to talk about today is Great British Pound, because here we also have the long-lasting setup. If you remember, we're waiting for a deeper action. We have the ABCD pattern and the butterfly. We talked about this a week ago, if you remember, and we said that somewhere in this area market could start some solid upward action, because on the weekly chart we have the reverse hand and shoulders. Currently, market stands in reaction to the first butterfly target, it's 127. But since, by the same reason, actually, guys, interest rates in the United States are not dropping, providing the support to the United States dollar, this is first moment. Second moment, we have the uncompleted XOP. That's why this action I would treat as a temporal pause in a downward action, some kind of the retracement, reaction of the market on the target. But if you prefer, if you would like to trade it, you would like to make the scalp trade here, you could keep an eye on this pattern. So it's not really actually bad. Let's take a look. We have reverse head and shoulders is forming with this deep sharp drop recently on the Fed decision probably, or maybe some other data had been released. You can see market has in fact set at the bottom of the right arm, which is because it stands absolutely harmonic with the left arm, which is good. So you could use this point as a validation point. And now, if you still would like to buy, would like to trade this pattern, this pullback, you could try to catch some minor pullback to some of these levels to take the position and minimize your risk, because risk will be really very small. So you can see here is approximately around 40 pips probably, if you will take position somewhere on these levels and move stops, place stops somewhere at this level. Here we have minor grabber has been formed that suggests that these lows should be taken out, which means that market could reach at least the first support area, maybe lower. So anyway, how to take position here, it's a bit, well, not very important. Major idea is we have the pattern, invalidation points, the target, so you could easily calculate this A, B, C bottom, D pattern. So you could set the OP using COP maybe as a target as well. And if you'd like to, you could try to take the journey with this pattern. So currently it seems more interesting than the things that we have on the euro currency. So that's actually what I would like to share with you today. It's Friday, not really a lot of to do before the weekend, because it's recently, in recent 3-4 weeks, the worry thing that actually everything important happens usually in weekend. That might be just a catastrophe for the traders who carries position for the weekend. That's why I prefer in recent time to take no new positions on Friday and at least do not hold them for the weekend. So let's keep watching on this hand shoulders and see what will happen in next week.